Greetings, folks. Daniel Wickwire here, and welcome to KMR Live. Today we are playing The Death and Return of Superman on the SNES. Is actually developed by Blizzard Entertainment, of all people. I didn't realize that. It's a Sunsoft game. Cyborg, Superman, Hank Henshaw. No, we don't need to show anymore. We know one of the villains from it. Dude, is my controller not set up? Anyway, thank you, Legend again and Nintendo Zilla, for coming tonight. I've been on a big comic book kick lately, so I'm surprised, like I said, it took me this long to actually play a DC beat 'em up, and we played a good beat 'em up. Yes, the Eradicator. So this is based on the 1993 storyline in the comics of The Death and Return of Superman, which I've got all of them. It's actually a pretty good read. It's a little long-winded, and then Superboy. God, what's his? Connor Kent, I think, right? Yeah, Connor Kent. My favorite modern Superman. Do like me some Superboy. Let's see. 2-player versus computer mode on King of the Monsters. Like I said, we will do that in Steel. I'm doing good. Continuing my script, eating chicken nuggets. Hopefully good chicken nuggets. That cough was something else. I know, right? I'm like, ugh, just die mid-video game. But we're going to go ahead and start. This is a beat-em-up game, like I said, developed by Blizzard in 1994. This is, as I mentioned, this is based on the comic book, The Death and Rebirth of Superman, which is the death of Superman, the world without a Superman, and then the return of Superman, which is actually a pretty long arc. It's actually a pretty good read if you ever get a chance. I mean, it's one of the more popular modern Superman stories, and you can get it anywhere. I mean, you could probably buy all 3 graphic novels for relatively inexpensively on Amazon. And the book, they printed so many of these damn things, you find them everywhere in comic shops, like bulk, and like just people doing like flea markets and yard sales. You'll find them generally like the 90s, 80s, 90s comics are like the big glut period, so there's a lot of those floating around. But I've found tons of issues of this. But we're gonna get started. First, actually, something I wanted to show real quick. I put it on Twitter. Some of you may have seen it. I picked this up today, and this is I did get it all. Yes, Superman was part of the comic bubble burst, where somebody apparently thought they realized old comics are worth a lot of money in the 90s, early 90s is when it, like late 80s, early 90s is when it started. People realized, like, hey, these old comic books are worth a lot of money, and they're a better investment than college or whatever. You know, you could buy a bunch of comic books, save them. They were printing tons of issues that people were collecting but weren't reading. So it's kind of like the 2008 stock market crash and the housing issue. It made this stuff generally worthless. But the reason the old comic books are, of course, worth a lot of money is they were printed in the golden age, or key issues, which are very uncommon to this day, and it's paper stuff. No, paper doesn't last nearly as long unless you take care of it. So essentially there's a glut on markets of this. A bunch of books from the 90s because they printed a bunch of them. Then people realized, okay, hey, we're not going to make our money because the only stuff that's worth it is the old stuff like Golden Age and certain Silver Age issues that, again, are not common, especially the Golden Age stuff, which a lot of was lost in the paper rationing and recycling in World War II. So, yeah, go shave, brother, go shave. Hey, Doug, what's up? So that's where this all came out. It's still a good read. And it sucks that it almost destroyed the comic book industry. It'd be like the second time the comic industry almost went under, and we're probably getting close to a third time for the comic book industry to almost go under, unfortunately. Hey, Doug, what's up? If I didn't say that. Let's see, I was about to shave, but your stream was about to go live. I just love we're coming around in time. But the reason why the old comics are worth a lot of money was that the boy's mother threw them out. The ones kept were rare. Exactly, and like I said, paper rationing, and then in the late 40s into the 50s, there were the damn it, what's that guy's name? I'm gonna start real quick. Oh boy, oh man, I can't think of his name. It's not William Martin Morstan, because that's the guy who created Wonder Woman. Damn it! It was a psychologist, not Jack Kirby. It was a psychologist that wrote this book about how comic books are ruining society. So what he did is he went around to these mental institutions and found out. Just this is a story. It's about underworld people taking over, mutants and stuff. This looks like a job for Superman. See, I knew he was going to say it before he even said it. Yes, Wortham, Dr. Frederick Worth, Seduction of the Internet. And so what he did, essentially, he went around to these correctional facilities and mental institutions and realized, hey, young people are reading comic books in these institutions. Ergo, it's destroying our society. It's a little more complicated than that, but Legends right on with it. But that prick almost destroyed the comic book industry the first time. But, yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Hey! So we got our regular melees. I can fly-ish. Oh, okay, I can fly. And then you got your projectiles, which you can charge. It's actually got some nice sprite work. There's a crash, you get your health, lives, and the 3 orbs like a crash bar ability, kills everybody on the screen. So these are mutants that are trying to take over the world. This is exactly how the comic starts, at least with this issue. Let's see, hey everyone. I just got a Shin Godzilla figure, 10-inch tall. Which one is that? Did they do a big one? Bandai. There you go. Fidgeting it. Oh, health.
My nightmares come. I think my nightmares came true.
Why is that?
Look. She's still alive. I thought I killed her.
Oh, God. Well, no, this is all happening during the events of that, remember?
Oh!
Remember?
I thought...
Anyway. Let's see. Fitting enough for today's live stream. These days, it's video games that are blamed for corrupt youth. Exactly. There's always something. It was video games, music, anything they could curb the blame on. Movies, doesn't matter. But... yeah, it literally, that was the first time the comic industry almost, bought it. And, a lot of superheroes vanished. A lot of comic companies went under. They switched to, over to, not superheroes per se, but, Westerns and, well, not so much the Westerns, because that's when they really lost their angle. Comedy and animals, and then they made the Comic Book Code Authority, which was a self-regulating body, which was absolute garbage. And, whatever. They had to do what they had to do, and unfortunately they just bent over for the government to sustain themselves. But, again, I wasn't there. I could just go by what I've heard, and that's just it. Like I said, it is what it is. So, the shot just, stuns? It didn't even really do anything. Let's see. Comic books are good. Comic books are good. Yes, they are. I love comic books, Doug. That's not what I wanted to do. I just got an extra crash ability, though. I'm the Soups. I'm the Man of Steel. That did not do as much damage as I assumed it would have. Done. Hang on, let me turn this thing off before it starts making a bunch of noise. Oh, Samson just texted me. Right, now I'm going to turn my ringer off. There you go. Anyhow, so all that, you just learned some comic book stuff if you didn't know that. So a little bit of health, a lot of bit of health, a lot of bit of health. At least fills up half your life bar. Yeah, a lot of that came by not even just from superheroes like Batman, Superman, so on and so forth. There was actually a lot of that from, horror comics were very prevalent in the late 40s, early 50s, pretty graphic stuff for the time, and that also caused some issues. But the comic book code authority was actually liberalized in the late 60s, early 70s. So it kind of lax, and then we don't even have it anymore. In the first issue, it's about a little boy who's helping the mutants because they told him they would... But this is all like part with the mutants and the underworld stuff. That's how the story initially begins. I've got the actual Death of Superman issue. I've got some of the issues, but I've also got all 3 graphic novels. Like I said, you could probably get them for freaking cheap. But they're good. They're very good. Actually, probably I like it all. It's all really good. But the World Without a Superman is a very, very good read. There's not really much superhero action, but it's these people. It's the people of Metropolis and the people that know Superman and Clark Kent and all that stuff, and it's dealing with him not being there anymore, and it was just really good. A lot of good characters came out of that arc. I liked it a lot. And let's see. Superman 3 was my second favorite film, but the second one is my first favorite. Yes, actually, I will admittedly tell you, I've seen the first Superman, but I've never seen any of the other Superman movies, the old ones. Boo me, right? Being the comic book fan that I am, I've never seen them. And I want to because it's General Zod, and General Zod is awesome. Kneel before me, son of Jor-El. Nintendo Zilla says he's back. Welcome back, brother. Hopefully the shaving was uneventful. And Doomsday starts out entirely covered in green costume, and strangely his spikes don't protrude from... I know, right? I do like how it starts. Actually, I like how the book actually starts. Pre the Mutant... I think it's Pre the Mutants. I'm pretty sure. It's him punching his way out. Slowly. You know, you get the panel starts with, like, the fist hit, and then, like, the next issue, then there's more until he gets his way out. It's just... It's really good. They did a damn good job. If you can find, there's a few documentaries they did on the death of Superman. If you can find those, they're probably somewhere on YouTube. You can watch them. They're really good. They're really good how they actually came up with the idea. Like, one of the guys, supposedly, one of the writers for Superman at the time, always jokingly, like, they were trying to think of something to do with Superman in the early 90s. You know, because they had done whatever. They have done all this goofy stuff with people in the 90s, you know. They just got to keep it fresh. Someone was listening to something. Try to keep it fresh. And then one of the creators kept suggesting, I guess somewhat jokingly, but somewhat seriously, saying, well, why don't we just kill him? And, like, of course, they'd be like, oh, whatever. Like, during all the meetings, he would always bring it up. And then one time, they're like, okay, let's just do it. And, like, they just ran with it, and it's really good. And, like, these people were very emotionally attached to all this, and which is rightfully so, and it's just really good documentary. It's on the old Death of Superman DC animated movie, which is not very good. I mean, it's okay, but, like, it's very loosely based on the source material, and which is a shame because DC is usually really good with their animated movies, but it is an older one. And that documentary is on there, and that documentary is worth buying a DVD for. But they're redoing Death of Superman. It may not be out now or very soon, and it's actually based on the books. Ow. So I'm on a rant here while I'm punching these mutants, monster thingies. So punch him while he's rolling up into a ball. Whoop! A lot of controversy was from Tales of the Crypt. Yeah, there were those. I think there were like Eerie. No, that was Eerie Tales for later. There were some interesting horror books back then. But yeah, Tales from the Crypt was a big one. Definitely. I don't like the recent changes to Superman's costume. Dude, they've changed it so much. They did the new 52, then they did the Rebirth, and I don't know. I don't keep up with Superman much anymore. As much as I love Superman, like, Superman himself, I like Superman, but I like clones of Superman. Ow. I died. I like clones of Superman. I find Superman clones to be very entertaining. Closter. That's hilarious. What a terrible name. Oh, that was dumb. I was trying to go at this from a different angle. Superman! Level complete! Newsflash, a being of unknown origin is heading for Metropolis, destroying everything in its path. Not even the Justice League can stop. Yeah, like everybody got what? Booster Gold. Oh gosh, there were so many different members this time. Booster Gold, Ted Kord, Blue Beetle. Doomsday is here. Yes, awesome. I was so confused that Lex Luthor is in a clone body pretending to be his own son. And he's married to a naked purple alien who changed his super. Yeah, the alien's name's Matrix. It's not the real. Dang it, what's Supergirl's name? Doomsday Metropolis. What is Supergirl's name? I should know this. Her Kryptonian name. I cannot think of it. Anyway, I can't remember. But it's not the original Supergirl. Fun fact, though. One of my favorite... I cannot get the first appearance of one of my favorite DC villains because one of my favorite... Sorry, Superman villains... Metallo, his first appearance is in the first appearance of Supergirl. I will never be able to afford that book, so it's a damn shame. Would you have liked to see Superman Lives with Nicolas Cage? I know a little bit about Superman Lives with Nicolas Cage. I'm sure it would have been interesting, but this is random. Chainsaw guys. I mean, you gotta fight somebody. I mean, while you're hunting down Doomsday, I guess. But flying flight. You gotta, beat people up, I guess. But no, I know there's a documentary about it, but I need to actually watch it. There's a documentary covering it. I've heard a little bit about it because Kevin Smith mentioned it in some of his Evening with Kevin Smiths, and that's where I actually first heard about it. You killed your own buddy. I'm sure. I mean, it would have been interesting, but I could have never taken Nicolas Cage serious as Superman. I just could not have. I'm sorry. I love Nick Cage, but he is not Clark Kent, and never will be Clark Kent. Ouch. Well, there's one way to get a guy off a motorcycle. Yes, into the wall. That's so cool. Ouch. I wonder if that stops at one guy. That was a dumb time to check that theory, or check that thought. Dead. Well, I mean, he was like super dead if Superman threw him in there. Oh! Taking a chainsaw to the mighty beans. Hang on, bud. Oh, I don't want to hit you. I want to hit this guy. There we go. Oh boy. I'm trying not to get hit by these guys. Obviously. Ah! Dang it. There it goes. Oh, come on! The hitboxes are a little off on this game. Okay. Do not care for the chainsaw guys, one bit. I'd rather deal with the Molotov dudes than the chainsaw guys. They've got a weird hitbox. Yeah, it's fine. Just take your own dude out. I'm good with that. Totally cool with that. Do you have an opinion on the Three Jokers arc? I have heard of... Oh, boy. We're fighting Doomsday already, aren't we? I have heard of the... I guess I might as well use these. I have heard of the Three Jokers arc, but I have no opinion on it as I don't read Batman comics. Any comic books I don't collect, I tend to just grab graphic novels for stories I'm interested in. I'm sure it's probably good, but I don't know anything about it. Oh, I don't realize I could throw Doomsday. Yeah, ranged attacks do like nothing to anybody. I'm failing to see a point of having them. I'm playing very carelessly and dying quite quickly. Superman versus the Hulk. Superman. No offense, guys, but it's Superman, dude. And if they battle each other... I mean, Hulk's popular, obviously, but DC's not going to let their golden boy lose to the Hulk. So, and not to mention, like, obviously the Hulk is, like, stupid strong, and especially in the comic books. like World Breaker Hulk, but Superman has defeated entities much stronger than that. So, in comparison, favorite Creep Show too. I like the original Creep Show, like the segment from Creep Show, or like just Creep Show, like the movies. Can I throw him off the edge? Oh, dude! Oh, okay. Never mind. Superman's not murdering anybody today, guys. This isn't the DCEU. Bye. Aw. I always thought it would cause like a minimal amount of damage. Hold on, I gotta read this. Christopher Reeves gave my favorite performance as Superman. He does a very good Superman. He does. He's very believable in both roles. And that's the important thing, is a person to do both aspects of the character. Superman versus Clark Kent in Superman versus Clark Kent in the junkyard scene in Superman 3. I've not watched it. There was also a red-headed Maxima in the green costume and Guy Gardner. Yes, Guy Gardner was there. I forgot about Maxima. Supergirl was Kara. That's a Kara Zor-El, who is Lyd Lee Danvers. Like Carol Danvers? Like Miss Marvel Carol Danvers? That's interesting. Superman versus... Well, it's Superman, dude. He beat the giant guy, and it depends on which Superman you're talking about. You know, there's differences in Superman. You know, of course, the Golden Age Superman is like the most undefeatable Superman of all time, almost. Or the Superman for all... not for all seasons. All-Star Superman is ridiculously strong. Oh, midair. Yeah. See, it's fun to throw stuff at other people, isn't it, Molotov? See, I'm failing. So it does do damage after a while? Okay. I was half expecting the guy to jump out of the suitor hole like TMNT and throw it at you. Like a Foot Clan soldier. Ah! Dead. Ouch! I'm surprised that didn't hurt me. Because he, like, literally ran into me with that bot. Oh, nice. Superman, see Bizarro. I like Bizarro. I like Bizarro Superman, Bizarro Batman. The whole Bizarro thing's cool. I dig it. Bizarro, Crypto the Superdog. That's a thing. Okay, so I noticed something. When you're hitting enemies in this game, you can't do the... It doesn't appear to do the stack effect. Where some beat-em-ups, you know, if I hit one guy, it'll hit both guys. If they're like right on top of each other or within a proximity to one another, but it doesn't do that in this game. So very interesting. Oh, I was for sure I was dead. Yeah, I'm dead now. Game over? Nope. We have the infamous 0 life, which is debatable on the game. The last life. Sometimes when you're on the last life, it's not 1 and then you die and it's a game over. It does not cycle to a 0. Kevin Smith is interviewed in the documentary. I'll have to watch it. If you want a good superhero documentary, speaking of that, watch Batman and Bill. That's a really good documentary. It's about the indiscrepancies behind the co-creator of Batman, Bill Finger. How all the credit pretty much went to Bob Kane, even though Bill Finger was also there to co-create. Kind of like the Kirby, Ditko, Stan Lee thing. Very similar to that. Where Stan Lee's given all the credit, even though, you know, the artist helped bring him to life. So. Oh. I'm not tempting that. Damn. He's got a heck of a reach. Nope, dead. Game over! Is that like all I get? I gotta continue. Do I get more than one continue? It doesn't elaborate. Okay, well, I'm probably starting at the very beginning. Yep, right at the very beginning. That's balls, man. That's absolute balls. It does so little damage, man. Why? I'm questioning why it's here in the first place. The throw, I need to utilize the throw more, because especially when I got multiple guys on top of me, I can get rid of somebody. I need to find health. Like, that's my problem. I'm not managing my health very well. Yep, see, there goes the chainsaw dudes are the worst. Okay, I need to start breaking stuff in the background, because apparently items are dropping from that. I did not realize. Way to utilize some health there, guys. Ouch. I like how they literally all have the same name. It's just different color and different like amounts of stamina. Come here. Damn it, I was trying to break something. Damn it, dude, he stalks you. I thought he might just stay in that same area, but apparently not. Yep. Hang on. That's kind of got me in a pickle. I had to get rid of him. Because I'm not going to sit there and burn another life that I don't need to waste. Because I've got to fight Doomsday up here. Nope, I dropped him. Come on, guys. There it is. I was wondering why I wasn't finding health. I gotta start throwing more people into the background. Let's see. The Raft and Creepshow 2. I've never seen actually Creepshow 2, so I probably should have illustrated that. Based on the first one, I like the monster under the stairwell. I can't remember its name. The wolf monster thing that's under the stairwell in the crate in the school. Bastard. Go away, Doomsday. You've had your fun. Am I the only one that likes the DCEU more than MCU? Probably not the only one. I've not seen really a whole lot of the DCEU movies. Let's see, Wonder Woman and Man of Steel. And I liked both of them. Of course, I haven't, like anybody else on here, I'm assuming, hasn't heard much good stuff about the other movies. Damn it. Come on. That's not what I wanted to do, dude. Okay. There's some control issues. Damn it, I dove right into the waste of lives. It's killing me here. Did I play the two-player Superman arcade game where there is a second Superman in a red costume? No, I've not played that. Like, I'm trying to grab these dudes, and the animation for doing said grabbing is a little on the faulty side, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go, we got him. Did you watch Smallville? No, not really. Stuff on the CW just doesn't interest me. And like, I'm a huge Green Arrow fan, and the first season of Arrow that I watched is pretty good, but it's just most TV shows don't hold my interest. I know I'm a lame face, I'm sure, for it, but... Come on. There you go. Nothing in there. Alright, sweet. I gotta test these walls a little bit. Oh, boy. Okay, Superman has a heck of a delay. Come on, dude. Dad, hang out with us. We're having a lot of fun here. Oh, fly! Fly to the moon, Superman! I gotta utilize these guys a little bit better about throwing one out against one another. Did you Monster Zero versus Monster X? Monster Zero versus Superman. Well, Monster Zero versus Monster X, I'm gonna give it to Monster Zero because I'm not really a big fan of Monster X personally. Not a fan of the design, brother. Oh damn it! I knew that guy wasn't gonna last that long. I guess the shots are supposed to be more for crowd control, I'm assuming. Now I should be fighting Doomsday again. No. I was for sure I'd be at Doomsday for a second time. That's fine, just beat your buddy up. It does me no never mind. Sweet! Alright, so awesome. Did you read any independent comics Steve Ditko did after quitting Marvel? No, I have not, but I am actually in the process of hunting down some of the old Gorgo comics, which I believe he did before Marvel. Ah, damn. Damn, dude, you can't stand still. Like, he will just dominate your face with his face. I know, I'm wasting all my supers. I don't care. Oh boy. I know Kirby went to DC afterwards, didn't he? After he quit Marvel initially. Uh-oh. There we go. There's the shot heard around the world. Yes, Martha Kent played by Annette O'Toole. Annette O'Toole also played Lana Lang in Superman 3. Really? Stabler from SVU, Chris Maloney. Oh, Superman! To say the city Superman gave his all and more. The world will forever mourn this day as the day the greatest hero fell. Who will defend us now? Nobody. Actually, you'll have 4 people trying to fill one man's job. Played one of the military guys in Man of Steel. Has anyone met Ben Faria, Ultraman? No, I've got his autograph, but I've never... no, I've got his autograph, but I never met him. Newsflash, reports of Superman sightings are pouring in from all over the city. There were so many good points in Smallville, such as cameos by Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater. Some folks claim to have seen a Superman that is half man, half machine. Yeah, it's Cyborg Superman, aka Hank Henshaw. There's a story, I don't remember his origin off the top of my head, but I know who it is. Others claim to have seen Superman who is the same yet somehow changed. Eradicator was created in the Fortress of Solitude. Kind of, it was an artifact inside the Fortress of Solitude. Still, others believe they have seen a young Superboy. Yeah, and he's based on supposedly DNA, but actually he's based on the DNA of Lex Luthor and Superman, I believe. And then John Henry Irons Steel, who received eyewitness reports of a man made of steel. Yeah, I like John Henry Irons too. He's a good character. Steel's awesome. But Allison Mack from the show is going on trial for human trafficking. Interesting. Who is the real Superman? None of them, because they are all just not Superman. Assault on Cadmus. Okay, this should be Superboy or Steel. No, Cyborg Superman. Oh, I can do things? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, game. Lack of direction. I can just hold the button. I don't remember him attacking Cadmus, to be honest. I mean, I could be... I mean, maybe it was later that he does that. Because I'm pretty sure Connor Kent is based on the DNA of Superman and Lex Luthor. Or it's Lex Luthor and other people, and they're trying to create an amalgamation of Superman because they didn't have his DNA. And Cyborg Superman is a different guy, Hank Henshaw, and something to do with he was in outer space with his wife, and he became assimilated with some kind of metal, some kind of Kryptonian metal or something like that, and it changed him, and he blamed Superman for it or some BS like that. Like, these guys literally play identical, so... Like, outside of this hand cannon, that so far have done nothing for me. Ultraman versus Superman. Well, they've already done that. Ultraman is the Superman from Earth 2, right? I'm just joking. I'm referring to the DC continuity Ultraman. And I'm dead. I wonder how many continues I have. I wonder if I have unlimited continues or just whatever. Yeah, I don't know about Ultraman versus Superman. I could go either way. I'm sure his crash attack's probably different. And if you guys have any interest in comic books whatsoever, please go support the industry because it is not doing very well. And I rather enjoy comic books, and I would like to see them continue to be made. Admittedly, most of the current comic book industry's issues are of its own making, but I try to support them. I go to my comic book shop every couple weeks. I have a pull folder. I get Green Arrow, Daredevil, and Captain America. I buy back issues. I buy my bags and boards, my boxes, all from my local comic book shop. I mean, of course, I'll get other back issues elsewhere because they only have a certain amount of inventory. They only have certain stuff available, so... And they don't always have stuff that I'm interested in. Defender and Elite. Kind of some generic names here. Ow. Hank Henshaw, you're a terrible Superman. Aw, I can't drop to my death? Well, that's just no fun. There's freedom in gameplay, Vic. I should be able to drop to my death. As Superman, I have a choice. I thought he was gonna... Oh boy, there's quite a few of these fellas floating around. Right. You broke the fake tree. See, I don't remember Cadmus looking like this. I mean, it's been a little while since I've read that book. Don't get me wrong. Or books, I should say. But I don't remember this. I'm gonna break one of these and Hell's gonna be in it, I know. No, 1-Up's gonna be there, though. Why does that just remind me of, for some odd reason, it makes me, the way the backpack is and his helmet and the way the character sprite is, it reminds me of like Gypsy Avenger for some reason. Is it just me, or no, it's probably just me. Speaking of that, I actually almost forgot. I was gonna show you guys something real quick before I get too far in. I don't want to showcase all my fun stuff at the end of the video. But I did pick something up today, which I was not expecting to find anywhere remotely near us. Didn't know I could grab that guy. But knowing now... See, there's health. Alright, we made use of it. Ultraman versus Superman, Freddy versus Superman. Well, I mean, if Freddy's powers being essentially supernatural, it could be very effective against Superman because Superman is weak to magic, has a weakness to magic. So, if that is classified as the same thing because it's technically supernatural, then yes, he would actually have quite an edge on Superman. Ouch. Whee! There we go. Nope, nope, nope. Landing, done, done. Okay, I guess. Oh, here, while we got a second, I'm gonna show you guys what I got today. I actually bought kaiju merchandise. I think you have already seen it already, Legend, but I'm gonna showcase it again. This is Cadmus is where they made the clone for where Superboy was made. Dang it. Boss? Nope. Big metal doors usually mean boss, so. Definitely need to throw more. Just to give me some more space. Oh, hey, what's up, bud? Ah, damn it. Oh, come on, man. Fly! Fly! Fly, Man of Steel! Well, Man of Steel, I guess. Diamond is my favorite distribution company. Emerald City and Yancey Street are two of the largest comic book stores I've been in Florida, and oh, and Tate's Comics. Man, I want to go to. My favorite place to go are small comic book stores because, of course, you find good deals. You find good deals from time to time at big comic book stores. Gosh, you find deals on big comic book stores from time to time, but the little ones is where you can find some sweet deals on stuff. There's actually one that, the one in Greenville is actually one, and well, near me is one that actually I didn't realize was an old comic book store I used to go to, and the guy had such amazing deals. That's where I bought my Crash Attack. Oh, that's nice. He uses a bomb. That's good. I like that. I bought my Daredevil #6, so he's actually I've got some really good deals on Daredevil comics and stuff from him. And actually, a lot of Daredevil comics I was following on eBay, but it ended up going like super high. I was gonna try to get it for dirt cheap, but it went way over my budget. So. Oh. Aw. Do any of you other gentlemen, because obviously you know of characters and stuff, did any of you other guys actually read comics, like actively read comics? I'm curious. Boss? Screw it. These guys are actually quite resilient. IDW Godzilla, I have some of those. I never... There was a point where I stopped reading comics, and that was roughly about the time the IDW stuff was coming out. Like, these are long levels, too. Come on. There doesn't seem to be as much hidden stuff here in these walls in this level. It was like earlier on. Oh! I guess they're just up. Second one up I found. It's like it's being merciful to me. Dead. Puppet Master. What about Puppet Master? Never watched... Uh-oh. Boss. Who is it? I think I know who it is, but oh, no, I'm wrong. Sentinel. Entirely unrelated to X-Men, ladies and gentlemen. One of his buff arms is gone. Damn, dude, I'm getting tore up. I believe I'm supposed to not hit him while those are there. Just a thought. Owie. You're a butt, aren't you? Boom! Oh yeah, no, it's the corpse of Doomsday. Yeah, that's right. Level complete! Full Moon Comics. What about Full Moon Comics? Puppet Master versus Chucky. Fearing that Doomsday might somehow reawaken, the cyborg hurls his body into deep space. Yep. But he is not dead, because you cannot kill Doomsday, because he will come back stronger every time and are resistant to what killed him last time. The last son of Krypton. This should be Eradicator. Yep. Like, it's all very vaguely different, but generally it's the same. Ow. Let's go up, see if there's any secrets. Nope! Wait. Nope, no secrets. Well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but... I'm here. Come on. Nope. Darn it! This is surprisingly similar to the last time I was in Metropolis. It's almost like they're reusing assets. I know that doesn't kill him, I just did it to get him out of the way. Which of course really just causes more problems because it spawns more of the idiots. And the books, of course, they all have slightly different means of fighting. Hank Henshaw is the closest to being like a traditional Superman because it's well, not really. It's very similar to the traditional Superman, but there we go. Ah, oh, I thought the bike got me. I was like, what? Come on, give me the window. There it is. Thank you. That actually didn't seem to heal that much, unless that Molotov just did a ridiculous amount of damage to me. Dead. Today's my birthday. Hey Lucas, what's up, man? We ain't seen you in a little while. Hopefully you're doing good, brother. With your day today being your birthday, I really hope you're doing well. I really got to remember to fly more often. Touch. Window. Touch. Door. Touch. Wall. Aha! I think you're cool in that area that I can't reach. It's literally just for getting guys off bikes. That's just the conclusion I've come to. If you're wondering why I'm throwing them so much, I may have mentioned this, but it's literally to keep just crowd control, so I can deal with these idiots. Since I can't hit more than one target at one time by punching. Nope. I'm just tearing up Metropolis. What am I doing? I'm not the real Superman. I can get away with this, right?
Nope.
Yet here I am. Ah! Why in the head, dude? Not the head. Oh, it wasn't the fact that he, like, I threw him at him. It was the fact he bounced off the wall.
Dad, you're never gonna get away with this.
I'm never gonna get what?
You're never gonna get away with this.
I guess
You're
not.
never gonna get away with this.
But I can break everything.
Dad, you're not even real.
I am and not the Man of Steel. Come on, dude.
Oh, new area. Look at this. Dad, I'm looking
Whoa, ouch! Hang on, bud.
Dad, I just clicked die.
You may have. He'll get better in the morning. Death is merely an inconvenience for cats, Victor.
Maybe click that cat scratch me.
Just like these thugs, apparently. They just come back with different colored hair. We'll get you next time, Superman! You tearing my gang up. We'll get you next time, brother. Ow. Pretty much. I'm kicking the wrong guy. Oh, dude, sweet. I don't know what he did, but he just killed everybody. I'm totally down with that. Oh, yes. Much needed.
That's cool. I get these types of Digimon.
What are you talking about Digimon for?
I get different ones.
Did you find more Digimon?
Yeah. I can
Ugh. Oh, health. Yeah, see, the last... Maybe I'm looking at the colors wrong or something. But it seemed the last time I got health, it gave like half my life back. Not like this small percentage. A quarter, if you will. Thanks, bud. Excuse me. Alright. One chainsaw guy down. And sorry I'm focusing so heavily on this. I will answer comments. I'm sorry. I'm in the zone. Would you get anything for your birthday, Lucas, by the way? Ultraman Story, aka Ultraman Taro movie. I have seen that. I have it on VHS. I've seen it on the internet. Hank Henshaw started out as a parody of Reed Richards. He, his wife, and two men went to outer space and got superpowers. Yeah, but his, like, it screwed him up, right? And, like, messed him up bad. Six Ultra Brothers versus the Monster Army. I've seen that. It's a terrible movie. I got Sam Show on the SNES. Great game. Really good. I love the Sam Show series. My computer's shutting down for the night. Oh no, man. That's not good. Well, you have a good one, man. We appreciate you being here either way, my man. Same goes for all of you. Nothing. Oh. Fly, Eradicator! Oh crap, what am I fighting now? Oh, I'm fighting Steel? I guess they did fight in the book? I don't remember. Come on. Ouch, dude. Dang, he's stout.
I'm fighting a gold Numamon.
You're fighting a gold Numamon? Hopefully it gives you candy when you beat it. Last son of Krypton again. Well, I made it through that level admittedly with not very many one-ups, so. So we're gonna do a little bit better about our farming this time. Oh, I still never showed you guys what I bought. I'm sitting here like talking like, oh, I'm gonna show you this cool thing I got, and it's just still haven't done it. Ooh wee. Ow. It seems that I've got unlimited continues, but they have deceived me before in games like this. Well, they don't actually show you your continue count. So anyway, let me show you real quick what I got. We were at the flea market today. I was looking for goods, as I tend to, comic books, video games, thank you. Mainly trying to find Sega Genesis games on that front. I am collecting PlayStation stuff as well, but that's the main, thank you. That's the main stuff I'm looking for. But we have a guy that's normally there, tends to have some interesting knickknacks, like toys, collectibles. He's probably the best for like more obscure stuff. Clearly doesn't always know what he has. Not saying what I picked up was rare per se, but I've never seen one in person for whatever that's worth. But it is kaiju stuff, so come on. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna need all the crashes I can get on steel. Oh, dude, I did not realize you could use them as shields. That's hilarious. I know I'm on the same rooftop as before, like just reusing backgrounds. It's really hilarious. But anyway, you saw this, I think, Legend, but I got this. I've got Var the Unbelievable on Super 8. I'm like super excited for that, man. Like super excited for that. Like I love the box art. It's really super cool. It's got the little film in there, which I know a bit about because I used to be a projectionist. Super dope, dude. Like I paid $5 for it. That's a bargain, man. What a bargain. I remember the movie Super 8, a precursor to Stranger Things. I've actually not seen Super 8. I wanted to when that came out, but I never ended up watching it. Was it any good? And I understand what it was. It was like kind of like those older. It was an homage to the older Spielberg's films, and like the science fiction films from the '80s. Ooh. Super 8 was good. Alright, man. I'll have to look that up and watch it. It is kind of like a monster alien movie, right? I'm not just going crazy thinking it's something different. Ouch. I should be able to make it to this level now. I don't think I'll have as much problem. I say as I take a motorcycle to the face. Now I've got tons of 1-ups now. This game is literally all about the throws for crowd control. It's like, yeah, you need to throw. It's just... I need to find some health, but I don't think I will because I literally just found a 1-up in that wall, in those walls. So I don't remember there being a health power up here, but I don't think it's randomized either, so... There was a health power up there. Nice. Oh boy. Like, if the combat is not nearly as fluid as other beat-em-ups, like Final Fight, Streets of Rage, it's a little more on the janky side, kind of like, even though I know they're really good at these kind of games, the War of the Gems I played a while back, it's kind of like that. Ow. Get away, crash attack. Ouch. He just gets them swings in. So the thing... I like how, like, John Henry Irons is just a regular dude that just really likes Superman, so he makes the super suit. I mean, it's like Iron Man. But not. Kind of. Oh, shoot. I skipped the pivotal story. It takes more than power to be Superman. It takes humanity and compassion, which Eradicator is not that. Super 8 was good. It's like E.T., but with a much more threatening alien. That's cool. Perhaps you are right, bitch. Go in peace, Man of Steel. Together we shall watch over Metropolis. Metropolis. Meanwhile, an enormous spacecraft appears over the city. Mongol! I must go investigate the destruction of Coast City. Oh, yes, because this is the events that led to Green Lantern Hal Jordan going crazy and turning into... with Parallax, and essentially became Parallax Kill All the Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, this is the events that led to that. I've got those issues too. I've actually got the issues where he went crazy and killed the whole Green Lantern Corps. That was exciting. I'm not a big Green Lantern collector, but I collect it through association because I love Green Arrow, and Green Arrow, Green Lantern are part of the Green Lantern series. Hold on. And yeah, so that's exactly why I have it. And same with old Superboy comics. Like, I know they're Clark Kent, and I prefer Connor Kent Superboy. But, oh shit. I like the Legion of Superheroes, which the original Superboy run led into the original Legion of Superheroes run. Well, not the original, because they actually started in Adventure Comics. But they started when they actually got their own separate book. It was Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, which started in Superboy 197. Which I believe is 1973. So that's why I collect old Superboy books. Dude, that's just a palette... Dude, that's literally, excuse me, just a palette swap of the Cadmus dudes. War Worlder. It'd be funner if he was just War Welder. I'd be completely on board with that name. Oh, hey, there's a bomb on the ground. And this is just a palette swap of the mutant guys. Razorback, yes. Cleverback. Opening me up some walls, brother. Oops. Come on, War Welder. That's officially, like, if I get to make, like, a super villain ever for a comic book, which won't happen, I'm going to name him War Welder. There we go. See, like, that one gave me a bunch of health. I don't know, maybe there's, like, a slight variance that I just don't understand. So no more destroyers, we have defenders now. Again, just palette swaps of other enemies. But these games are known for the whole palette swap thing. Ouch. Has Frank Miller's work gone into decline and has gone in decline of quality? Probably. I was never really a big Frank Miller fan. Like, the biggest thing Frank Miller gave me was like this really good run on Daredevil, the original Dark Knight Rises, and something else that I can't think of. But like, that's the only Frank Miller stuff I really care about. I'm not really a hardcore Frank Miller fan. Or Dark Knight Returns, not Dark Knight Rises. What the heck am I thinking? This dude kind of reminds me, the blue guy, the Warbot, kind of reminds me of Black Manta for reasons. Like his design. Something about it, anyway. So the ground is like it's like a shifting plane. Like, of course you can go up and down, but the sky is a single plane. So that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Well, see, I have a corpse just like that guy. I see. Look at all this excitement we're having. Bombs just falling out of nowhere, just off screen though. Yes, man, I was all set up. Now I gotta learn these new enemies. And... uh-oh, who we fight? Mongol? Nope. Fighting Cyborg, because this did happen. Eradicator did fight Cyborg Superman and literally got his ass whooped. Don't take him on in a fist fight now. Literally, don't take him on in a fist fight. I'm just gonna have to use these crashes because I want to get through this level. Fuck. Oh, dang. Didn't realize I could even... Oh, are you... This game, dude, I knew it was gonna fuck me out of that. Dang it. Ah! That's frustrating. I gotta do that whole level again. See, like, it's like the first boss, of course, you know, bosses get easier. It's kind of mildly frustrating that, like, the hitbox is way different on him than anybody else. It doesn't work, like, you can't use the same strategies you did with Doomsday earlier or some of the other bosses, so I've got to figure out what to do with them. Totally got to figure it out. This version of Superman, Eradicator, well, Superman, Eradicator always reminded me of a Green Lantern, like some kind of lantern, or like a not a Green Lantern, but from one of the Lantern Corps. Just the way he's designed, just that's how it felt to me. I know when they originally did this story, they actually gave, since Superman books were divided into 4 books at the time. It was Man of Steel, Superman, Action Comics, and another book. What was the other book? War Welder, come back! Oh, well, damn. I thought he died. I need you. I need to check. I need to check this last wall, brother. Or not. can't remember. I swear there was another... Maybe it was only 3 books. I kept thinking there was another book. Those bombs, dude, I'm telling you. Did not want to get that health just yet. Like, this is really racking my brain. What that other book was. Anyway, it was divided up amongst 4 books. And what they did is when they did the Return of Superman storyline, which was all these different Supermen, they actually let the writers or the creative team of each one of those books create their own version to fill in for the absence of Superman. And everybody, you know, Man of Steel, I believe, was the guy that made Steel. The group that made Steel, anyway. And I think Action Comics was Eradicator. Okay, this dude's annoying. I don't care for Grabby McGee here. See, this is just gonna fuck me over again. I'm a War Welder. Ah! Damn it. I think that sealed it for me, guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one. It's doomed me. Dude, these fucking mines, man. Like, what the hell is this? It's like, let's just shit on the Eradicator today. I mean, normally, I'm not complaining about that, but... It's like he just sets you up to walk right into him. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Okay, I got him. I got him. I got him. There we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, I was like, what? But no, yeah, see, that's where he kills the Eradicator. Because the Eradicator's a bitch. With the Eradicator out of the way, my goal draws one step closer. Now to deal with Superboy, as if it wasn't hard to imagine that Cyborg Superman would be the evil one, right? The Metropolis Kid. He hated being called Superboy so much, because after this series he kind of went to Hawaii, so he was like out of the way when he had his own book. He was completely out of the way of everybody else. And his powers are a bit different than a standard Superman, too. Because he's got like, he's somewhat similar to Eradicator's attack in the game, but... Oh, what am I doing? Walls. That's not what I wanted to do. Of course, he's like loaded with like 90s edgelordness, but you know, 90s tood. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Hank Henshaw dying in the books was much more, or not Hank Henshaw, Eradicator dying in the books was much more dramatic than anything that takes place in this. Aww. Everything was extreme in the 90s, especially the shit from, like, Image Comics. Like, one of my favorite Superman knockoffs is Supreme, which is literally the worst Superman knockoff, or one of the worst Superman knockoffs. You know, the stuff from the 90s, God, stuff from 90s Image was just fucking tooted to the max. I mean, of course, you can thank Rob Liefeld for a lot of this stuff. Ow. In the comic, yeah, you already said Hank Henshaw destroying the Eradicator was much more gruesome and painful looking. Like, I'm taking these two dudes because I'm trying to balance my renovations. I should have just threw them. I don't know what I was thinking, like, waiting that out. I have the first issue of Superboy in Hawaii, as do I, my man. I love Superboy. I need to get some more Superboy. I need to, like I go out sometimes and I'll find, like, 90s books, and it's stuff I don't have. And I'm like, I don't want to buy that right now. And I mean, I should, because I still need to fill in the holes in my collection, because I have a lot of holes in my collection. But, it takes so long to charge my Lazar. I know this is all for naught, so I really don't even know why I'm trying, because I'm just going to die when I fight Cyborg, who's likely the villain at the end of this level. And let's see, there was even an article in the Honolulu paper about it. Very cool, man. Do you have that article as well? He said something. I guess he's here now, too, in this shit-ass level. I know it's a continue, but come on, dude. Like, give us a checkpoint, man. Come on. Ah! There we go. Thank you. I was kind of hoping it would work like that. Oh, yes! Bomb out the gate, man. Oh, that was close. Oh, okay, that's nice. That works. Oh, I'm dead. Boo! I guess I do have unlimited continues. I thought you were going to say the worst Superman was the corrupt CD Superman parody from Martial Law. Probably. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. Actually, my favorite Superman knockoff is probably not the original, but the original Superman knockoff is my favorite. So, and that would be good old Captain Marvel, aka the real Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, for those of you not in the know. Fawcett Captain Marvel. That is my favorite Superman knockoff, and was the most popular at the time. Superman actually was outselling Superman in the early 40s. Because what wouldn't sell better than a kid, you know, your primary audience being kids for the early comic books. And what's going to sell better than a kid that actually transforms into a superhero? A Superman-esque superhero with very similar powers, literally almost identical powers. But he wasn't an alien, he was magic-based. Ergo, Superman was weak to him. At least his magic-based attacks. There must have been a comic back in the day with a superhero called Tood Dude. Yeah, I would have read it. Not really. That's what I needed, thank you. Not that that's going to help me a whole lot. That's like one hit from some of these guys. Oh, like that guy. Oof. I will say so far, the background music, while not terrible, is nothing standout-ish. Because I usually, like, try to note background video game music. Since I enjoy it so much, chiptunes, MIDI stuff. But no, nothing spectacular on this one. At least for me. I mean, there could be people that love this, dude. Why did I sit there? Depiction of Hawaii in that comic and TV series is seldom. Comic and TV series is seldom accurate. I think it's the depiction of pretty much any, not any, but certain locations are obviously stereotyped or exaggerated or what have you. I will say one thing to this game's credit: at least your like super item clear or room clearing attack is not attached to your life bar. Since this game doesn't give you very much life to begin with. So, it's not a bad thing. Not all bad. So I gotta see what he says this time. I don't know if I kept the article, but the real-life chief of Honolulu Police Department at the time was in the comic. The streets of Metropolis are safe once again. Now let's go check out Coast City. Like, he just happened to clean it all up in one day. Like, this one alley was all the problem in Metropolis. He was interviewed about it by the paper. The portrayal of New York City in Final Wars was hilariously cringy. It was terrible. Terrible. I hated that scene. And it was even censored. It was terrible. I mean, it's already bad to begin with. And then they go ahead and just censor it. Like, just painful. Okay, so it's not going to prioritize Warbot, the one that's going to die first. It's going to prioritize the asshole behind him. Come on, man. I'm hitting you. Just die. I don't think I'm going to fare too well against Cyborg here shortly. Cyborg Superman, not Cyborg, because that could lead to some confusion. I guess they didn't want to make your ranged attacks too powerful, so you don't just cheese it. Uh-oh, dodging. Oh boy. I thought we were done. There was a bit of a delay there. Safe. Alright, sweet. Dead. Sweet. I'm gonna stay up here and kill this asshole, because this dude causes so many problems for me. Come on. Oh, thank you, actually. Let's see. A girl from China told me that when she came to the United States... Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm like super focused on this to try to get past these levels because they are just increasing. As you would expect, they are increasing in difficulty. See, that is one thing I will say about this game is the freaking hitboxes are just effed, man. They're completely effed. And then the bombs. At least the enemies can hit each other. Like, I like that. I mean, I think it's a nice touch. The bombs, not so much. I will adamantly say I'm not a fan of them. Warworlder, not a fan of that either. Oh! Ah, shit. No idea how that happened. No, not me dying, but me hitting the tick dude or whatever, razorback floating around. Let's see, anyway, a girl from China told me that when she came to the United States, because of all the American movies she saw in China, she was surprised she didn't see a gunfight in the U.S. every day. Now, of course. Of course! But, hey, you know, that's the same with Americans that don't know and go to other countries. I mean, why would you expect any different? That's not good. Take my glittery attack. Come on. Thank you. Ah, shit. Crash. I'm on. Crash. Priority. Oh gosh, that's enough for me today. I'm getting frustrated. Anyway, so yeah, I got the cool Varn thing. We'll go over this. I actually won, and I know why. I got this copy really cheap. I picked up God, the glare's horrendous. Angle it. Superboy 85, I think it's from 1960 or 1959. And I was like, yeah, I got this really cheap. I paid like $1.95 for it on eBay. And I realized they had put in like a ring binder because there's 3 punch holes. Which is fine, it's all complete, but you know, I just want a reader anyway. I'm not out for money. So, some other stuff I ended up getting. What else? That's the main stuff. Of course, I've got my. I like. Ooh, damn, I didn't realize that was so heavy and so dropped. I really hope that bottle of glue didn't open on my leg. That would have sucked. Anyway, I got my stack of Gunpla I'm still working on. So. My Leo, Start Jagan, Galvaldi Beta, and then this gem from Gundam Thunderbolt that will maybe get finished if I find another kit that's cheap because I'm missing 2 parts from it. I'm really kind of pissed off about that I can't build it. I can't just contact the manufacturer for it either because, yeah. Let's see. I liked how Lois Lane looked best in the early 60s with the Paperboy haircut. Yes. The Pageboy haircut, not Paperboy, goodness. Yes, I do like those old ones. And I'm just getting this here. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next week. I really got to get back to finishing up some games like Resident Evil and stuff. And we're glad we're done with Mystic Quest, so we'll maybe take a minute before we jump into anything too long. But I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it kind of got not so talky towards the end. It's kind of frustrating with the game, to be honest. I liked it. It's not terrible. Of course, the hit detection is the biggest part. The fact you can't hit more than one enemy at one time, which realistically makes sense, but it's a game. I'm so used to that in beat-em-up games that if they're stacked and I punch, I'll hit both of them. It could have made the game a lot more manageable, but you do get unlimited continues, so you can definitely go as much as you want. I am actually going to... I'm going to state save this so I can come back to it if I want to play it later. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. This was Daniel Wickwire for KMR Live playing The Death and Return of Superman on the Super Nintendo by Blizzard Entertainment, again, of all people, and Sunsoft. So thank you guys for tuning in. We, of course, stream every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what you saw, like, say, favorite, subscribe. If you don't like or want to make a comment or want to say something, you can comment on the video below whenever it goes up. We're on the channel, channel whatever, and we're on social media. All that stuff's in the link down below. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good night.